I shake your hand, please?
Sure.
I'm proud of you. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, God bless you. God loves you too. Thank you.
Oh, I just wanted to ask a question. Do you want to get shot?
No, I'm gonna get shot. No.
This is Lexington,
Yeah.
and you're about to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you need views, but this specific idea that you have brought up, I understand everyone has their own beliefs, but when you wound up shot, I told you so.
Well, if someone shoots me for preaching the gospel, then God will be glorified, and I'll be with Him face to face.
Well, hello there, partner. Go on and hang up your hat, grab yourself a whiskey, and pull up in the easy chair. We're coming off the range of 9 to 5s with a whole herd of news stories that we've been steaming over like a cow patty in the Texas heat. As they say, the chickens are finally coming home to roost. And we're here to ruffle some feathers and ensure accountability ain't just a concept, it's reality. It's that time where the day's drama casts its longest shadow. So let's light a candle to the chaos of current events, the whirlwind of politics, and the tangled webs of corruption that we find ourselves entwined by. It's time to ramble our way into the twilight. Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Sunset Rants. I'm your host Biddy. I got Fluffy here with me. What's up?
I'm not as pretty as Valley Earl, but I'll try my best.
Well, you just a little brushing maybe, but I think it's magnificent.
Fair enough, I suppose.
By the way, I love your background. Like, it's just every time I see you, it's just morphing.
Yeah,
you're doing a lot of really great work over there. I love it.
I ran all the way over to the FAFO studio to do this because I was like, I'm gonna do this. It's like a 15-minute, like not even 15 minutes, like 15 steps from my office.
Wait, a minute a step, but you just like covered it hard and like ready to go.
Oh, I gotta go to the
stomp. Yeah, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Fluffy is actually the host of one of the 4 hosts that does FAFO Fridays every Friday night. What is it, like 8 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah, we start at 8, and then we run until Roma Nation takes over for the late night show. But we were doing 3 hours for a while. It was like,
it's very easy to trust. I trust and believe I know. It's very easy to, especially when you're talking about something that you're passionate about and you have like a bunch of people and you're just kind of like banging it back and forth. It's just, you can really go long.
If you ever wondered what 4 gerbils with cocaine is like, watch FAFO on Rumble. Like, that's pretty much me and my friends. And we do it live in person.
Yeah, and definitely maybe don't watch it on speaker if you're around people. You might want to utilize headphones.
Check out the clips on YouTube Rumination in order to see what we're all about.
Yes. Yes. And of course you can follow me on X, Elizaibitty213A. You can follow Fluffy on X, Fluffy_Hobo, and the show, the real Roma _AK. I always get like tripped up. I don't know what's crazy. You could also use the Q&R code at the top, bring you to risingmiddleamerica.com. We got a lot of stories, so let's get to it.
Yeah. So Beans and Toast is on the news. Pomp this is from National Public Radio. Okay, so pomp and protest for Trump's unprecedented second UK state visit. Unprecedented? Isn't he supposed to? Because, we're allies or whatever.
I think it was just because of like what they did, like the military presence and like all of that. It was like the first ever that they made it such a big show for somebody.
Well, yeah, we are going to be greeted as liberators. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. So Trump showed up to the UK to Joe Biden 2.0. I mean, Prince Charles. And the first
He
lady,
looks so much like Joe Biden in that
he
face.
does.
It's so weird.
Where's the
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah, that is so weird.
And then Trump got to ride in the magical carriage that grants wishes. Yeah, that was fun. I mean,
I'm so glad I don't have to pick up somewhere in the article where you left off because I don't know where we are. Go, keep going. I love it.
this is just a taste of what I'm powerful for, and I'm trying not to swear. So, anywho, Trump showed up, and he was met with a bunch of like pretty much military honors, if you want to call them military honors, when he went to the UK. He was greeted pretty much as a welcoming of a best friend as you could ever get, in at least my opinion. I mean, the UK's food isn't known to be that good. That's why they serve French cuisine. But anywho, the spectacle came ahead of the day that's spent handling policy matters, but two parts of the trip go hand in hand as the British government leverages Trump's administration for the monarchy as it tries to influence him on policy around topics including trade in Ukraine. Because, of course, everything goes back to the bread factory. I mean, Ukraine. If you scroll down, you get to see a picture of Trump and Prince Charles standing next to each other. Or, I'm sorry, King Charles III. My bad. I don't respect beans on toast. And you get to see them standing too close to each other, and it kind of looks like People Magazine Photoshop. Like, are they
They're, like,
dating?
leaning in.
Question mark? That's the kind of photo that reminds me of. But there was a grand banquet. Where is this? The photos there. Yeah, he delivers the speech during the state banquet at the Windsor Castle, which I don't know. Do they have open tours at the Windsor Castle? Because I think that they do sometimes, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know. I think probably because a lot of like, you know, not only that place, but like, you know, a lot of big estates and they've resorted to kind of doing that very thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, no disrespect, but it seems like the British aristocracy and upwards don't really do too well with managing their funds. They always seem to be looking to people to keep funding their, you know, their posturing and, you know, their golden carriages and all this other stuff. And, you know, so like this whole thing, that's what it kind of looks like to me, is like, because they did this was like the largest military welcome for any state visitor in British history. And it seems like a full showing of Britain's like majesty and possible hopes that President Trump would appreciate the warm welcome so much that the appreciation would kind of like turn into like a practical outcome, because he's going to meet with Keir Starmer. And he brought with him like some tech titans who promised to invest about $40+ billion in the UK economy. And there's a hint from Trump that better trade deals with the UK might be on the table. So it kind of reminds me, because like I watch like a lot of these like shows and stuff about like the Gilded Age and things like that, and like you think about like the dollar princesses, like because all of these like the aristocracy at the time in the early 1900s, they were like losing a ton of money. They still had the titles, so it was like a switch over of like, you get a title, we get millions and millions of dollars, and everybody's happy. So it's like this is like a constant thing where they like show their grandeur, and it's like, this is why we should still exist, and this is why we need all this money and all this other kind of stuff, and which is crazy because like if you think like you need money for your place, like, and then you're spending all this money on this kind of stuff, and you have all these jewels and whatnot, it's like, okay.
I do have a weird wonder though, because of the UK, how they're jailing people for social media posts. Are they gonna arrest Trump for a social media post he did in America as well? Just food for thought.
That's actually a really interesting question. You know what's crazy too is like Trump is so cheeky, let's use like one of their words, that he would actually do like bring something like up at the table like that. Like I wouldn't even put it past him. He probably won't, because he's in the middle of like negotiations and whatnot. Maybe not, but like I swear it's something Trump would do.
this guy over here, he's really nice, but unfortunately his hairline retreats like the French.
Hairline like mine. Oh my god.
Is there a windstorm or is that just a toupee falling off? Like, what's going on here?
Why are you saluting all the way back here? What's going on?
But the tech companies include NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, and they'll be promising, or at least trying to get a contract together for $40 billion in the UK. And the leaders are expected to talk about the Russia-Ukraine policy. There's been no movement of a peace deal since the Starmer and other European leaders visited the White House early this year, which is not true. There was a peace deal on the books one point in time, but then some jackwagon from the UN went down to Ukraine and said, you're not signing this deal, and screwed it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
wonder why they kept that going.
Yeah, and then they've got, I guess, a giant protest saying like tyrant, racist, untruthful, misogynist, and Putin teen. It's supposed to be for Trump or some, I don't know.
Yeah, like using his letter as an acronym. Yeah, there was like a bunch of protests. There was I think on Tuesday somebody used a projector and put like a photo of Trump and Epstein like up on the Windsor Castle, like one of their tower walls.
Yeah, I saw that.
So apparently from what I was hearing from different like news sources is that they wanted to keep him within the castle walls. They really didn't have they weren't like parading him around, in front of the people and stuff like that. They wanted to kind of keep him happy. Again, just kind of goes back to the beginning where they want him to, be the mediator to negotiate some money flowing into the UK. And I wonder why they need money. Didn't they give like a ton of money to Ukraine, or just like, didn't they say over the next 10 years, we'll give like millions and millions of dollars for like whatever you need? And now all of a sudden they need more money. It's kind of like, it's just like this constant thing. Like, we don't want to send you money. You do it. Then you ask us to help you get money. It's like, so it doesn't even matter. Like, we're constantly enthralled anyway.
I think the problem is because of the trade deals that Trump the tariffs that Trump put in place for the UK, because they're like, we're not doing business with you until you're matching the United Nations contributions, which you're kind of legally you're supposed to do because of, I don't know, this treaty we signed way back when. You might have forgotten in your old age, but you did sign it, so pay up. But the UK is having an identity crisis right now in the most highest degree, because I've been following this. And if you are, a lack of a better term, if you are pro-nationalist UK, you're getting arrested in the streets for having an opinion about the immigration crisis that's going on in the UK. They are straight up arresting people for anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you point out like, hey, that's weird, there's a certain amount of rapists that are out there that happen to be a certain skin color, off to the jails you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A permit for that racist comment? What comment?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some people are just like, they can't even like show pride for like the British flag in their own country they're claiming and all this other stuff, which is weird. And then you see all of this like British like historical grandeur being displayed everywhere, and it's like, okay, which is it? You're telling people that they're being offensive to foreigners that have immigrated here because you're saying that you love your culture, British culture, and all this other kind of stuff. But then you have, the representatives or whoever they're supposed to be, the monarchy. Like, it's so weird that they have a position when you have the prime minister and they're supposed to be separated. And it's more of like, soft talking, diplomatic kind of stuff. But you have that, and then you have what actually is happening with the people. So it's just all a big show, all of it.
Yeah, it is a really big show. I don't know where we're at in the outline, but that makes a great segue for talking about a big show.
Yeah.
I think the next article up is Mississippi Free Press, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, it's your favorite, The Hill.
Oh, at least it's not The Guardian.
But actually, funny enough, your segue kind of rolls right into that as well, talking about continuing resolutions and all the craziness going on in Congress and whether or not we're going to be spending more money on things.
So, from the hill that the liberals die upon, we've got Government shutdown odds go up after party leaders exchange fire, which I asked our producer earlier, was there actual gunshots produced? And they said no. And I'm like, this headline is misleading. Do you want me to do this? Or you got it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it is,
no, I
but
got
we're
it.
gonna roll with it.
Yeah. All right. So the odds of a government shutdown are rising after Democratic leaders on Tuesday swiftly rejected a 91-page stopgap. 91 pages, not bad. Funding proposal unveiled by Speaker Mike Johnson and fellow House Republicans because it was put together with little Democratic input and doesn't extend generous health care subsidies under the Affordable Care Act.
Oh no, get rid of herpes. Moving on. Sorry, ignore me.
Democrats voted more than a dozen times to extend federal funding with short-term clean continuing resolutions. When former President Biden was president, they controlled the Senate, but now they're drawing a hard line on what ordinarily would be a non-controversial funding proposal. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said Tuesday the political dynamics in Washington today are very different from March, when he and 9 other Senate Democrats voted for a partisan House-passed funding bill despite strong misgivings. The New York Democrat said he had to swallow a bad Republican bill because he feared a shutdown would, quote, give Donald Trump the keys to the city, the state, and the country. On Tuesday, he said Democrats now would have the upper hand over President Trump if federal funding lapses, forcing departments and agencies to close. He also said, Schumer, it's much different now. The Republicans are in a much weaker position now than they were then. He argued the Medicaid spending cuts and other elements of President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act are, quote, highly unpopular. He said Democrats are more unified than they were earlier this year. Yeah, because we're getting closer to the midterms, closer and closer, and you're trying to, because your party is sinking and sinking fast, you want to, like, even though, like, it's going to be very hard for them to get the votes they want to get what they want, but we still have to go through the Senate. There's fear of the filibuster, so we have to get, like, the right amount of votes. But it's just kind of like more posturing. It's like, hey, guys, even though we didn't get it, we fought. You saw us. We were all over the TV. We were pounding our fists in the air, and we were letting you know what President Trump was taking away from you and the Republicans. So don't forget. Just don't forget in November of next year.
I am going to go on a limb here and say that I work in the public sphere, and I have seen so many people take down their Democrat, we vote Democrat stickers, flags, whatever. They put duct tape over them, and I've been seeing a lot more people take away their coexist flags. They have no political power in any of the rural areas, and they are not going. I honestly do not see how Democrats can come back together to be a force worth reckoning against. If anything, we're just seeing moderate Republicans go against extreme Republicans, or whatever you want to call them. That's going to be the midterm. Is the moderate versus the extreme. I mean, you could even sum it down to ex-liberal and populist. Like, that's pretty much how I'm looking at the race.
Yeah, it seems like, because, what the Democratic Party has embraced over the years, while Biden was president and all that, they obviously, it wasn't speaking to the American people. We saw that in November, right? So then they kind of lost their identity and were trying to figure out, like, what can they do? And then they look to, like, the radical lefts that individuals that are within their party, communists, socialists, all that other stuff, people that promote this kind of stuff. And they're like, oh, well, they're popular. Maybe we should just kind of, like, get on board with them. And then, that's not doing well for them either. So they're scrambling to kind of get a strong base.
I asked this question earlier, and it was, when you think of a Democrat, what comes to your mind? And I only come up with like 3 names in my mind of, like, all right, this is a Democrat. It's AOC, it's greasy Gavin Newsom, corrupt Nancy Pelosi, and Chucky Schumer. Those are the people that I come up to right away. Do I consider Bernie Sanders a Democrat? No, I feel like he's just a Stockholm syndrome of the independent. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah. For some reason, he stays, like, in support of them, even though he's He's more independent. They keep kicking him to the curb and bringing him back to the table whenever they need him, to look like they're more moderate and they're not like far left.
Bernie, I need you to go out there with that Latina bitch and go campaign. Okay, whatever you say, Nancy. Like that's how I see Bernie. Like, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we won't know until we see, because people have, and they know this too. People have short-term memories, so we're gonna see a lot more posturing, a lot of different things happening from now until the midterms next year, until voting day. Because even in the primaries is like here or there, and people don't even really. I mean, a lot of people do vote in the primaries, but most people don't. For this kind of thing. So they're just
crybaby Cory. Who? I'm sorry. Who's that?
Oh, Cory Booker.
Who?
The Timu Obama.
Who? I'm making
exactly.
a joke on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Who?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we don't even know who they're going to put up there. Like, I guess they're going to see like what goes on, how popular these individuals get from now until then. So you're going to see a lot more of them coming out and trying to make a name for themselves and like be more in the public eye and see who's actually getting a response from people. And then we'll see who they're going to put up. But so the congressional budget deadline is it's the end of this month. I think it's like September 30th. But surprise, surprise, there's going to be a recess next week from like the 22nd to the 26th. So whatever they got going on, they kind of figure it out over the next few days. And then, when they come back, like, whatever they got to put together to actually push, or if this is going to pass the House and go into the Senate. But if it does, I believe, let me just see. I think I kind of pulled it up before. It's like, if they pass the continuing resolution through the House, it requires a simple majority in the Senate. 51 votes if all 100 senators are present, or 50 plus the vice president if tied. But because of the Senate's filibuster rules, many bills, especially controversial major ones, need 60 votes to invoke cloture to end debate so that a final vote can occur. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, a government shutdown is very possible, because they might just keep going with it just to, again, do that posturing.
I went to my favorite website, Polymarket. How many days will the federal government be shut down? 45% of the population says no shutdown.
Oh,
okay. Like 45% of the money in the pit is for no shutdown.
Never confuse a want with a certainty.
Right. I mean,
it's who knows? I mean, just like, Schumer was saying before, that he's saying now it's different. In March, it was, he just wanted to avoid a shutdown. So he kind of like, helped push it through. But I guess they don't want to avoid a shutdown now. They're going to keep like 10 toes down on like what they want. They want to, they don't want the cuts to Medicaid.
I talk to a lot of older people, and a lot of them say that Medicaid needs a rework. And if it means shutting down the government to redo how Medicaid runs and operates, they're all for it. But like, can everybody afford Medicaid to be shut down for a while? No.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I do agree with Hardy. Brandon Herrera for Congress.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Wonderful thing.
That would be cool. All right. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you updated if there's anything substantial, as we always say. So, what do we got next, Fluff?
Luna giving me her pig. That's what we got up next.
Hey, Luna.
She's right next to me, honking the damn thing. All right.
Yep.
I don't have the outline in front of me. I'm apologizing. Okay, Israel troops. Got it. From NBC News. Israel troops push into Gaza City, forcing Palestinians to flee their assault. It's not much of an assault if they're fleeing. Never mind. You know what? We're just going to keep moving. Israel pressed ahead Wednesday with its intense new ground offense in Gaza City, defying international condemnation.
Condemnation. Yeah.
Welcome.
I know. It's like
I'm your host, Fluffy Hobo. I'm terrible at words. Moving forward. And several hundreds and thousands of Palestinians fleeing in devastated famine-stricken areas. The Israel military said the troops were dismantling military structures used by Hamas in the area, and its air force and artillery has struck the city more than 150 times in recent days to support their advance. I mean, strategy-wise goes, yeah, you want to shell what's in front of you to soften the target for your forces to walk through there. Like, that's just military 101, and I'm pretty sure the Americans perfected that. Israel's Defense Force, the IDF, said that a day earlier that it launched the long-anticipated offensive after calling up 60,000 reservists and striking high-rise buildings across the city in preparation, also known as anti-snipers. Overnight strikes killed 45 people, hospital officials told NBC News, as a coalition of aid groups urged the international community to bring the end to the attack. Some 350,000 Palestinians have been evacuated to Gaza City to other areas of the Strip, according to the IDF estimate. The Israel military repeated warnings Wednesday morning for residents to evacuate the city, and it opened up a new route in South Salah al-Din Street. That sounds like a terrible Rucka Rucka song. All right, moving on. I don't know. This is probably Israel's last attack to try and take everything else out and kind of conquer the region. Do I care? No. Should I care? I don't know.
Yeah.
This has been a giant pissing match for the last 4,000 or 5,000 years. Like, I kind of feel like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Break a pool stick. The winner takes all. Go for it. But
just one guy from your side, one guy from our side, whoever wins, that's it. Like, can we just please stop with all of this? But yeah, I mean, it's always been kind of like something that we've heard, that Hamas and these other terrorist factions, they decide to position themselves in civilian areas, just kind of like using civilians as shields. So, that's kind of been their tactic. But this right here, this comes after weeks of Israel warning that they were going to ramp up their offensive into Gaza City, calling it one of Hamas's last strongholds. They also said they were going to target other Hamas areas in Gaza, so this kind of thing might continue. Israel said to Palestinians that they need to move to the south of the enclave, to where it's calling these humanitarian safe zones. Some say they have been uprooted multiple times during the nearly 2-year-long war, and they don't want to move again, or they don't have the means to leave. But you kind of gotta, what else are you gonna do? Like, they give you a heads up, you gotta leave, and they have to kind of differentiate who's who. So, like, if they're telling you to leave, you gotta kind of leave, and whoever stays behind, they're gonna assume that there are people that want to fight, so it's really a terrible situation. And about 20 Israeli hostages are still in Gaza City, so that's one of the big reasons why this continues too. And the city's internet, I heard, and phone coverage was taken out, so the people there, when they get these warnings ahead of time, there's leaflets that get dropped. There's kind of like these little paper leaflets that fly all over and onto the crowd, so that way they get like a message that they need to be out. It's just really sad. It's really sad, like all of it. I mean, we're talking about human beings. It's just so crazy, man. I just hate seeing it. And we constantly, we cover this and we cover Ukraine and everything else that's going on, and it's just really sad. I just want to see it all over. I just don't know how realistic that is, especially when everything keeps getting funded.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Should I care? Probably. Do I not really? Like that. That's really what it is.
It's crazy because we have so many problems as well. Like, every nation has their own problems, and then because like we have NATO and we have all these kind of like things that we're supposed to be unified together and help each other when war breaks out, it's like we have to worry about like the leaders and stuff, like they have their own things that they're doing, but like we, the American people, like we have to wake up, we have to go to work, we have to take care of our kids, our families, and all this other kind of stuff, and then also we have to hear about this that's going on, and then of course, like you're gonna feel something for these people, and the people that are innocent that don't ask for violence. But I mean, what do we say?
I
I
don't
just
know.
feel like it's constant, I don't, it's just crazy.
I, to me, it feels like, okay, we put a floating bridge to the Gaza Strip, and it got shelled. By who? I don't know, but that's pretty much like, okay, we're done. Like, that was an olive branch. Somebody burned it. No more. And that goes both ways. Like, there's been, I guess, war crimes on both sides. All right, cool. Settle your differences. The winner takes all. Don't care at this point. Like, what's to stop another country from taking the refugees of Palestinians? Right? Like, I hear Iran really loves the Palestinians. Who gives it? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just dumb shit after dumb shit when it comes to Israel and Palestine. And I honestly can't wait till we stop talking about Israel and Palestine. I really can't.
Or Russia and Ukraine. I just like, can we just get back to, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next there, love?
Oh, this is the Mississippi Free Press.
Yeah. Would you like to read it, or you want me to read it? Or?
I'm not familiar who Trey Reed is, so I don't know. Do you know who they are?
Yeah. All right. So, Mississippi Free Press. The family of Demartrivion, or Trey for short, Reed, is seeking an independent autopsy following the Delta State University student's death on Monday, when his body was found hanging in a tree on campus. At a press event at Living Faith Miracle Temple Church of God in Christ in Grenada late Tuesday afternoon, Vanessa J. Jones of the Jones Law Firm, who was representing the Reed family, told the media that the family is still waiting for answers. Quote, the family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025, she said. We are seeking answers from the Delta State University. We're seeking answers from the coroner's office. Delta State University staff discovered Reed's body hanging from the tree at 7:05 a.m. on Monday, September 15th, in the middle of the campus where the 21-year-old had just begun attending college. Hours after his discovery, Delta State University Police Chief Mike Peeler said in a press conference that no foul play was currently suspected. The same day, two officials from the Bolivar County Coroner's Office said that Trey Reed had no other visible injuries that would indicate an attack prior to his hanging. Vanessa Jones criticized Delta State University and Bolivar County officials, telling the Mississippi Free Press that both had left the Reed family completely in the dark after the discovery of the Trey Reed's body, failing to properly communicate with them in their darkest moment. So a few things, because I watched the press conference today. President of Delta State, Dr. Daniel J. Ennis, said that the campus has received, well, first of all, they've received many threats since this, a lot of calls in from people, that are really upset about what happened. And there's a lot of narratives being pushed, of course, about like what's going on here. And, a lot of people are calling in. Students are the ones who are answering these phones because they work like part-time jobs at the university. So they had to change protocol on him. But he said that the reason why not everybody in the family was initially notified is because they have a protocol in place of case of an emergency for next of kin. And there was two people, family members. I actually don't know who the second person is. I know the first person was the student's grandfather, but those are the two that he chose to be notified in case of an emergency or worse. So that's what they are like legally, like that's how they were going forth with that. So they initially called the grandfather and the other next of kin. And those are the two individuals that they're keeping like updated about this, and that it's their choice if they want to share the info. So they have that kind of going on. The preliminary report from the Bolivar County Coroner's Office indicated no evidence of foul play, but then Trey's body was actually just transported to Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office. The chief medical examiner began the full autopsy this morning. Preliminary results from that are expected to be available within 24 to 48 hours. There was surveillance video that does exist, because they have surveillance on campus, and they're not speaking on it yet, though, of course, because it's still an open investigation. One of the reporters actually asked about the removal of the DEI programs and if that appeared to spark tensions on campus. And so the president of Delta State came out and said, that to him, he doesn't see any racial tensions on campus, that he's very active, like he plays basketball with the students and stuff like that, that everyone mixes, sits together happily at lunch, plays sports, etc. He said the campus student body makeup is about 40% African American, so like it's a big mixture of cultures, and like he said, according to him, he doesn't see that kind of tension or any of that kind of stuff going on there. But this is the narrative that's being pushed, of course, because you have, a Black man that was hung on campus. So, a lot of people are kind of running with it and coming to their own conclusions. But the initial reports so the director of public safety of the university and police chief, Michael Peeler, he's also retired U.S. Army lieutenant colonel. He spoke as well, and he said he was on the scene. He was the second officer on the scene, and that he saw him with his own eyes. And, he can't really like speak a lot to it, but, he's not kind of contradicting what the coroner is saying. But the family is really upset, and they don't believe what the coroners, what the police are saying, what the university president's saying, and they want to do their own autopsy after all is done and find out what actually happened there. It's really sad.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, all of this seems weird, and I was over here on the side. I'm looking for Trey Reed's TikTok or his Instagram, and I can't seem to find one.
They might have scrubbed it, maybe.
Because I wonder if this is going to sound absolutely stupid, but bear with me, folks. I wonder if this is going to be an uprising of a new TikTok challenge. How long can you hang in a tree?
Oh, God.
And then something stupid happens. I don't know the inside details to make that full call, but we've seen people do knock on doors and dash, or try to break into people's homes.
Or riding the top of trains.
Or eating fucking Tide Pods. Sorry, I'm swearing. But, like, that's the kind of stupidity people have been doing. So I honestly, I want to act like a tire swing. This is dumb shit like that happens, unfortunately. So I'm going to sustain my actual input until I see an autopsy report and more information. But gut feeling, that's what it feels like to me.
God, I hope not. I mean, because that would be absolutely even more tragic. It's, and that's just kind of like a whole other conversation. But that is a huge problem, especially with our youth. I mean, they do those kinds of things for clicks.
Yeah.
And I really hope that's not the case. But, of course, and then like, his family is saying, the grandfather that was the next of kin, he's saying like he had aspirations. He was very happy young man, and so they don't believe in their heart of hearts that he would have done this to himself.
Yeah, that's why it kind of makes me lead like this could have been like a trend, a social media trend kind of thing.
Gosh.
Has anyone commented on his mental health history? If they have, we haven't seen anything about it. Although on Reddit, they're on fire right now about it, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and
TikTok is the new Darwin. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Reddit's calling for racism or racism, whatnot. So, like, Reddit going to be Reddit.
I mean, and we don't know, like, we won't know officially until the chief medical examiner releases the full report, because the preliminary report from the coroner's office in the area, it wasn't actually released. They were just kind of telling people what was in it, that there was no foul play that they could see. So I don't know. Because we're going to have that report, then we're going to have the medical examiner report, then we're going to have the private report, and I just hope that everybody just kind of waits, because there's a lot of young kids that are out there right now, like the ones that are calling, or young kids or adults, whoever, I don't even know, but people that are calling this university and making threats and doing all this other kind of stuff because they've come to their own conclusions, and they're hearing what people are saying might have happened, and they're running with it and making this that it's like it was done because of his race, and that's what they chose to use because of the history and everything like that. And that's why people just need to freaking chill, wait until everything comes out. Don't just hear all this stuff and then you got the reporters asking questions about DEI and try to further the flame. Just wait. Like, also, like, respect the dead. Like, we don't even know what happened to this poor kid yet. Like, just wait a minute, wait for the truth to come out. Like that, when I heard, like, I'm listening to the press conference, and when I heard that, I'm like, bro, I can't believe he just asked this question, but what am I saying? I could believe it. Hey, Luna. That's Luna, everybody, by the way. She
if you
is
hear
awesome.
noises, it's because it's her favorite toy. Honestly, that is the best thing I've ever bought for the dog. If you get a pig toy for the dog, you don't hear that high squeal. It's just oinks. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Candy then.
All right. So again, as we always say, if we find anything out that's substantial, we will keep you guys updated on that.
Yes. A lie is in the next town over before the truth puts on its shoes. I believe it is a lie makes its way halfway around the world before the truth puts its boots on.
And they better shout the truth when it happens, even if it contradicts the narrative that the media is trying to push.
Yes. We got some fun news.
Yes.
Very fun news. Space.com. Watch an asteroid the size of Washington Monument zoom past Earth live on September 18th. Video.
Oh, good. It passed us thing.
Scrolling down. A potentially hazardous asteroid spanning the length of Washington Monument, or as we like to call Bill Clinton Memorial. Make a safe, close approach to the Earth on September 18th when you can watch the flyby live on online courtesy of the Virtual Telescope Project. Speaking of which, if you ever feel like you're down in the world, take a couple of the nice good gummies and go to the Virtual Telescope Project and just zonk out. It is great. Yeah.
Do they have like those chairs where you're like literally laying down?
Get yourself one of them massaging chairs. So 2025 FA-22's next flyby Earth will occur at 3:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's claws. When asteroid will pass 523,206 miles from our planet, the equivalent to 2.2 lunar distances, pointing zero risk to us or the moon, unless it shifts directions. Stargaze is the Virtual Telescope Project's YouTube stream beginning at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on September 17th. So soon. To see a live view from the organization's robotic telescope located in Italy as the asteroid approaches its minimum distance to Earth. Yeah. So this is technically a wandering solar system body because it doesn't leave our inner system that often, but it does like go outside the scope and it comes back in. Like, this is a known thing that they've dealt with for a while. And it's been later classified to potentially hazardous asteroid, owing to its size and brightness in orbit, which gives it the potential one day making a threateningly close approach to Earth. For the love of God and all of its funniness, please land in China. It would be so funny. Oh no, a space rock.
So this one, but wait, so did it pass us, or are we gonna see it, or it passed us and then we see it kind of delayed?
We will see it somewhat delayed. We'll see it pretty faster than it like we will see it sooner than if the sun decides to go supernova. If that happens, all bets are off, and I'm probably not going to be too happy about it. But you know, the asteroid, because it's reflecting light, or we believe it's reflecting light, we should be able to see it fairly quickly. The lag time is something like 15-20 seconds, I think that's what the lag time is for it, which isn't too bad. We will know very quickly if it's heading towards Earth or the moon.
Right. There'll be no question about it. Yeah.
There's a weird theory going around on Reddit that the asteroid, because it's the size of the Washington Monument, it's going to hit the backside of the moon, and we're going to see the man in the moon moan. You guys.
Is that what people are saying?
Well, yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah, German Shepherds are great. I love them.
Yeah. Let's see here. But NASA estimates the asteroid is once every 20,000 years. What? NASA estimates that an asteroid the size of this one will strike our planet every 20,000 years and create an impact crater measuring 1.3 miles. They're probably referring to the one that I think is in Mexico or Peru. I'm not too sure.
But we need to put that in a time capsule.
There's a crater, and then they put a visiting center nearby, and like it's a massive hole, like people can go and visit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 miles wide and like 1.5 miles deep or something.
That is so insane. Like we talk about this like it's a throwaway, but like 2 miles wide.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
The kind of crater that the U.S. did to Russia back in the Cold War. Mexico,
this is science.
Yeah, science, bitch.
All right. Well, I guess it didn't pass us yet, but if not, it was nice knowing you guys. And hope you enjoyed the show.
It won't do anything, I promise. If anything that the Scientologists have said, we're safe as long as you pay your dues.
Right. just keep paying us, and we'll keep you safe. Don't defund NASA, and
we can sell you.
We'll make sure all is well.
A month.
Right. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're worried about getting defunded, so they keep like regaling us with all of these near misses. Like, see, we still need to have the research, folks.
The reason
to keep you protected from near misses that we can't prevent.
I mean,
oh, it's captioned this time. Oh God. Brian could not wait to show everybody this picture. So this is captioned this. This is the game that we play at the end of every Sunset Rants show. And we ask you, the audience, to please join in and give us a caption that is funny enough to make Brian crack up in our ear. So and anyway, and Fluffy and I will vote on the one that we think is the funniest by the end. So have at it. This is a disturbing photo. I think this was submitted by Rebel with No Yell, so thank you for that. And if you guys want to be able to submit one of these photos for us to use on the show, join the Discord, and you can go to riseofmiddleamerica.com to do that.
This is the effect of going on to the Whatever podcast and assuming that you're a 10.
Gosh.
E.G. Carroll did too many shrooms.
Let's see. What do we got?
White girl finally evened.
Oh my God. Are you watching the... I just looked down. Did you see what Aaron wrote?
2 miles wide. You mean Rosie O'Donnell finally found somewhere to take a bath? We took her to Mount Copica, and she was too big to fit. The volcano wouldn't take her.
Rick Madison said, now Rosie O'Donnell found a bowl to eat her meals from. Wow.
It's a trough.
Hardy says, damn it, officer, it's ma'am.
Karen is mad from the meteor. It's gonna miss her rating. Rattling. I can't tell if I should make it your mama joke or your daddy joke. Huh.
People wanting to pay her bail. Who's bail?
Someone's bail. I don't know whose.
I can't tell if I should make a yo mama joke or your daddy joke.
I don't think you should be allowed to accept outside money to pay your bail. I don't think that should be allowed. Because all that does is incentivize you for big audiences. Be like, no, he's innocent because I know him because he's a famous YouTuber or whatever. It's like, ignore the fact that he just committed like horrible DUI crime, but his bail was paid from viewers. That
viewers like you. Yeah.
Like,
all right.
We were joking about earlier in the pre-meeting. It's like, this stupid bitch.
True Country Girl said, the ball was mine, the ball was mine, the ball is mine, rock back and forth.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't.
The average Blue Sky user.
Well, most likely, actually. When a Karen is the mother of a police officer.
Karen mad that no one except her new sunflower church and give her money and follow him. What? Can you make heads or tails of that one? Because I got nothing.
I can't. Well, I know this makes it even like harder, you guys, but just remember this has got to go on a t-shirt if it wins the championship round. So try to keep it a little short, but I know that's a lot to ask because I can't even come up with anything myself.
Racist everywhere.
White liberal gets stuck on curb trying to ram Tesla dealership. That one aunt you don't invite back to Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh.
I'm fine after my 4th booster.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of blew my load at the beginning there. That's all I got.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Oh, the sovereign citizen one.
I don't know. That's all I can come up with. I suck. Crazy fish that took too much crack. Yeah. I picked the wrong week to quit crack. When a liberal Karen gets arrested by a black police officer. That's actually good.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, tell me, all cops are bad.
Right,
and Black Lives Matter all at once. Go for it.
It's like geeking.
Error 404. EXE has stopped.
Vote. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
All right, we already got votes coming in.
All right. Well, I'm right now. I think I'm going with Rick's. I think that was the one that made me laugh the most so far.
When a liberal Karen gets arrested by a black police officer?
Mm-hmm. It's the conundrum of conundrums.
Yes. Speaking of conundrums, I implore you to come over to Rumble. Check out all of Rumination's stuff.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, we got pages and pages of goods, you guys.
Yes. Also, what we got going on is so I haven't run this past the boss yet, but I'm gonna do it now because I'm crazy like that. Saturday, we're doing a live stream around 6ish. Me and the wife is.
Oh, nice.
VG games, and yeah.
You're gonna do what kind of games?
Video games.
Oh, nice.
Because there's not enough weekend content, so we're gonna make some.
Yeah,
And
that'd be cool. What games are you gonna play?
There's a new game coming out called Jump Ship. It is a roguelike type game in space. And you're probably going to hear me swear at her a lot. Quit shooting the ship. Nah, she's actually a pretty decent gamer.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun when I can hear her playing the Dragon Age Veilguard, the woke one, and I just hear from upstairs, "Oh, come on!"
Yes.
Yeah,
like, that's my love. I mean, it is hard. I mean, there are probably couples out there who like one isn't a gamer, but like if you're like a hardcore gamer, like you gotta your lady or your man's gotta be a gamer too, because
yes,
then you don't see each other.
We got breaking news from Michael Gale. Who's Michael Gale?
I don't even know.
Well, tell us, Rick. I'm in suspense. All right, so while Rick is typing out the stuffs, we got votes going on. Oh, yeah. Come on to FAFO Friday and help Fluffy get into a dress. Are you aware of that, Elizaibitty?
No, I read that and then I was like reading something else. What?
Okay.
I keep trying to scroll on the screen.
So I made a weird joke offhandedly saying, if we got $500 in super chats, I would wear a dress on stream. Lo and behold, the crew took it personally. And we've got $438 to go.
Wow. All right. Well, come on, guys. Share the show with your friends.
They're already picking dresses.
All right. Let's see.
All right. What do we got?
I'm not okay. So we got vote 1. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Or vote 2.
The aunt leaving Thanksgiving.
Wait, what? I didn't choose the aunt leaving Thanksgiving. Brian's going rogue in the chat. All right, so what do you guys? So we got votes for 1.
Yeah.
Right, I guess I'll go with 1. Wait, where do I throw money? I think you got to do. What do they call it?
I'm not going rogue. I'm trying
Rumble?
to run this shit.
Where you throw the money at is the Rumble Rants during FAFO Friday.
Okay.
All the proceeds are going to the dress.
All right. It
All
looks
right,
like
so we got a 1. It looks like a unanimous vote for I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
okay. Yeah. Congratulations,
And
Aaron.
a lot of 1s, and I'm not seeing any 2s.
Yeah. Oh no. All right, well done, everybody. Thank you guys always for participating, and congratulations, Aaron. And yeah, if you guys want to follow the show, again, that's the real Roma _AK on X, or you can go to riseandmiddleamerica.com is the best place. You can use the Q&R code right at the top of the screen there, and that'll take you to everything, the social media and all of that. So. You can join the Discord there as well. And I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday. Don't forget to join us right here again tomorrow for T&D, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yes. And then Friday, you can join me and my bundle of idiots. At, what is it, 8 o'clock?
8 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
Yeah,
and also
8 p.m.
stay right here because we got Roma Sports coming at you in about 30 minutes. So go get a snack, go get something to drink, and come back here, and that'll be with AK, Gargi, and Nivasa.
Yes.
Have a great night, you guys.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Hit it.
So I got to thinking, there's MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. MAGA, Make America Great Again. But what we really need to do is make America follow the Constitution again. Motherfucker. That sounded better in my head.